Hey, greetings. Happy New Year. Jonathan Klee here with Perception, another installment of our fundraising ideas, a year of fundraising where we are trying to deliver 365-ish fundraising ideas to you and really trying to make that digestible or bite-sized so that it's not overwhelming for folks and also just practical. We want it to be something that you can implement. And right now, just coming to you all from our office where it's actually snowed outside. We're getting some, for Kansas City, some decent flurries. There's a little outside weather cam view of the office. Where am I there? There we go. Click on myself. So I think January is just a really great time to plan. Maybe I know it's just not everybody's beginning or start of their fiscal year, but it's really the start of a donor's fiscal year in terms of giving in the IRS's tax year. And so it's a great time to just come up with a good plan. And just with our culture of having New Year's resolutions, it's a great time to put some, even just some simple steps in place to help you have a better year. So I just want to dive right into our ideas for January. I'm excited about these. And there's the snow again. Sorry, clicked on the wrong thing. Um, oh yeah, I need to click on that. And there is the ideas for January. New Year's thank you cards. I'd say, man, you should always be sending out some handwritten thank yous or some personalized thank yous. People do not get real mail anymore. And so I think, man, I've got a buddy that is all about sending them out and using blue pen. He's all about, you got to use blue pen so people know that it's real. And so those year-end gifts, if you got some things that came in right at the year end and they were a surprise to you or people hadn't given before, make sure here in January you're getting out some good communications to those folks. Virtual donor coffee chat. It can just be a cold season as we're sitting here in a snowy day in Kansas City. And so I like the idea of doing some virtual stuff. A few years ago during the pandemic, we all got into having a lot of virtual meetings. And so um, I like this idea of inviting people to a virtual space where you're just sharing about what's coming up in the year, sharing impact stories. A lot of folks or a lot of organizations just don't really have time to collect good stories at the end of the year, and maybe that's something you could do better on this year. But right now, trying to put together some good stats and numbers and the stories that made up those stats and numbers and sharing those of, hey, this is what happened last year, and then casting vision for the new year. What else on here am I excited about? Hey, if you have a physical location that people can volunteer at, I'd encourage you to do a winter volunteer day. Just people's time frees up a bit. Maybe they're traveling less, they're trying to get back in the swing of things. Maybe they're trying to volunteer more. So offering a day that people can come and just volunteer for organization, but really planning that well so it's an opportunity. There's an opportunity for you to, maybe you're giving tours of your ministry center or whatever you call your physical location, or you're doing home visits with folks who you minister to with volunteers, and just thinking through what do you need to share with those potential donors or donors who are volunteering that day to help them have a better grasp of what you do in your ministry. Donor appreciation videos, making custom videos saying your donors' names, addressing them by name, having a warm greeting as you start the year. That can go a long ways as well. Virtual game nights. There's several cool games and apps where you can play games with people in Zoom and kind of like a board game type thing and activities. And so just a way to create community, invite people in. I like all those ideas. One real quick before I go, I'd also like to encourage you all to put an overall plan in place for the whole year. And so right here we have our simple fundraising plan, and this is a year-long fundraising plan that you're submitting, and it starts out with some homework. There's a book called The Spirituality of Fundraising by Henry Nouwen, and it is really just meant to encourage you. It's free copies on here. It's like 52 pages long. It's a short read, but it's to help change our mindsets, to get us out of the mindset that donors are dollar signs, and they're actually an important part of our mission. And just fundraising is really just one word definition for communicating well. And I feel like Henry Nouwen can help us have that mindset in ministry, that fundraising can be a form of ministry as we cast a vision for what God is doing in our work. But then it has some really, once you get to planning, you'll see, if you're watching the video, this the Simple Fundraising Plan e-course hasn't been updated yet, so it still has 2023 stuff. So by the time we release this and launch this, it'll all be updated. But you'll see that there are some really practical things to do, like what are your regular tasks that you're going to perform monthly? Are you sending out e-newsletters with stuff like MailChimp or Constant Contact? The handwritten thank yous? Are you doing monthly giving statements? Just all the things, thinking through all the possible things that you need to do every single month. And then if you're having a fundraiser event this year, when are you having that? Where's that at? Like, here is on here, there's a timeline, there's a list of fundraising events and timelines it takes to pull them off successfully. And this is like the minimum timeline. We've seen a banquet handbook that is 1 year long. Like, you need to begin planning a year out. So this is really a minimum that you need to pull things off and be successful. And so if you do a simple fundraising plan and turn it in and submit it to us, we'll reach out and we'll go over it with you. We'll help you figure out what's next, what you can adjust, how we can join you in it. And so that's really key for us, is that we don't just want to be, we just don't want to be coaching and consulting here, but we want to be hands-on with our ministry partners and really be there to think through, how can we help you grow your mission? How can we help you just develop a better fundraising strategy so that you can better reach and serve those in the community around you? So, hey, one more quick shot of just the little flurries we're getting right now. I might even attempt to swing the camera over here so you can see some chickens out in the snow. Let's do that as a quick close. Some chickens out there. All right. See you guys next time.